What up, fam? What up? What's going on? This is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. I know you've been enjoying your day so far. We are back finishing up our presentation series with this third set of the universal spiritual laws, the laws of higher awareness, right? And I know you've been really investing some time learning more about who you are and why you're here on the planet at this time, and what can you do to get in greater alignment with yourself, the universe, so you can get more balance in your life. So once as you help yourself, right, you got to help yourself first before you can help other people. All right, so once you get those results, that's when you can engage and start really helping other people. Okay, don't force it on people, only if they're open to receive. But I know I'm proud of you for investing in yourself and growing through this process of self-discovery, knowledge of self. It's not about believing anymore. It's about knowing. How much do you know about yourself? All right. So today, guys, is all about the spiritual law of challenge. All right, this is the last presentation in the third set of the spiritual laws of higher awareness, right? And we will start our final set, fourth set of the universal spiritual laws, which are the law of higher frequency. And we will start off with the law of frequency and vibration, okay? But today, guys, is all about the law of challenge. So, be sure to click that like, subscribe, down below. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. And a special shout out to Jeffrey Williamson. I greatly appreciate the blessing, circulating a little moolah my way, because he really appreciate the content. And anybody out there that's been donating and dropping some thank yous, I really appreciate it all, man. All right. So part of my purpose, I'm here to remind you of your greatness. And I appreciate you, you circulating, right? You're not spending no money. You're circulating the blessing, because whatever you give out, right? Trusting these universal law and knowing them, right, and becoming them, something of equal or greater value got to come back, especially when you give them from the heart, okay? And I'm giving you stuff that you can actually use versus entertainment, okay? I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to help you remember, all right? Ain't nobody got time for that. All right? As always, hey, be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate you again. And as always, our purpose and mission require learning a whole bunch of life lessons to gain that experience in life for our soul growth. And so if you've been doing the same thing over and over again, you've been following what they teach you in school, and damn well that stuff does not work, right? But if it does work, it's not consistent enough where you can actually teach it and duplicate it, and that way you can teach your family, so you can create some generational wealth. It's not set up that way, right? It's intentional. So I'm sharing everything that I've learned on my path, and I'm taking things from other people that I know that works, and I'm putting it in a format where everybody can learn and grow. All right, no matter what your age is, okay? So as you grow through this process of self-discovery, knowledge of self, all right, it's okay to unlearn all the stuff that you don't need, right? And reinstall the programs that you can use and get results in your life that's longer lasting. I hope that makes sense. So when you grow, you want to share with people, right? And that way you can teach people to help themselves, just like you doing today, right? But you want to, teach them to trust their own intuition, their own inner voice, their own energy, because we all have our own personal relationship with the most high creator within, right? If you want to call her that or it that, right? But you know what I mean. And we know that, hey, our thoughts, beliefs, words, emotion, and action always creates our reality and our results. And we really focus on a game plan to transition from our job if we, still working, right? That way we can really use our energy for our rise, not for our jobs, right? I hope that makes sense. So, with that being said, continue to keep your money in check. Learn about money. Rich dad, poor dad. Richest man in Babylon. Always pay yourself 10% first before you pay any bill, okay? And, do that for a year, up to 3 years. But, have a game plan for what's the next step with your investment in yourself, all right? Always have a next step. So, by now, you got to be the cause in your life instead of waiting for the effect to happen. You're not waiting on luck. You're creating your luck. We know that, right? You've been learning the 7 hermetic principles. You've been, testing things out. Even if you know exactly what you're doing, you just figuring everything out, okay? Because you remember, the universe is going to mirror your intent. You coming from the heart. You really want to change. You really want to help the planet, the planet for the greater good, to elevate the overall energy, frequency, and vibration. Help yourself so you can help other people and reclaim your power. So I'm here to help you, to remember and to remind you of your greatness. Again, I'm a reflection of you in a different time and space. I'm letting you know that you got this, okay? So as you know, leave no stone unturned in your life, learn more about your name is your nature, right? And we'll talk more about that later. And your life path number, if you need help with that, go to some of my previous presentations. I'll walk you through how to calculate it. I'll walk you through some, my personal takeaways when it comes to these individual vibrations. I do things from a spiritual point of view, an intuitive point of view, where, the feeling aspect and why do these things happen on a spiritual level, other than just the material level, the mundane plane. All right. And also learn more about your natal chart. Astroseek.com. I promise they'll hook you up. They'll give you some, some tools that you need to put in your toolbox and give you the guides, right? And that way you can really, figure out what's the direction you need to go in so you can discern for yourself, right? There's no cookie cutter recipe. However, you still control your own destiny. All right. So it's all about choices. We have free will, right? So let's talk about the law of challenge, and I'm gonna get you guys out of here, okay? And with the law of challenge, it's pretty straightforward, okay? So there are there are people so addicted to exaggeration they can't tell the truth without lying. And we all know these individuals. We all have these individuals in our family, right? They always have to they always have to exaggerate everything without lying, okay? So when it comes to narcissists, I want to get keep you guys on your toes and aware, because your universe gonna test you. And then you have these other beings out here, they on a low vibration, they're gonna test you as well. But they're narcissists, not only tend to overemphasize their achievements and talents, but also exaggerate the nature of their problem. And I encountered that this situation is throughout the military. I also seen this a lot of this when I dealt with the network marketing arena, right? And people oversell themselves all the time just to get a recruit, and it's just like you constantly lying, right? And it just didn't sit well with me, if that makes sense. So down here, so please remember this, guys. No man can teach another self-knowledge. I repeat, no man can teach another self-knowledge. He can only lead him or her up to self-discovery and the source, which is the source of truth. I repeat this. No man or woman can teach another self-knowledge, because self-knowledge is your self-knowledge, not another person's self-knowledge. That's called a religion. I hope that makes sense. So he can only lead him or her up to self-discovery. That's what I'm doing. Right? I'm leading you to self-discovery. I'm giving you the tools, delivering a message. The ancestors say, hey, you need to go ahead and drop these gems. Okay? Share what you know. It's all about your intent. The right people are gonna, really absorb this information. They're gonna take action. So don't worry about it. We got you covered. And I say, oh, for real? For real, for real. Okay. That's what I do, guys. So I just share from the heart. I put things together. But remember, no man or woman can teach another one self-knowledge. So don't follow nobody. You better follow yourself. You can use other people, get other people's perspective, point of view, and how they see things. However, each and every one of us have our own personal life path. Can't nobody tell you how to live your life path. They can give you some tools, to show you how to navigate in this realm of reality, right? But can't nobody tell you how to live your own life path. If they do, they lying to you. They can, again, they can teach you how to navigate, but they can't tell you how to live out and fulfill your own karmic path. Okay, lean on in. So when it comes to challenge, it's all about discernment, between good and bad. You're gonna face some individuals that's on angel time, and then you got some other people that's on demon time. They all about lowering your vibration. They, always nitpicking, always complaining, always blaming. Then you got these other individuals, they're all about, keeping you, giving you good vibration, telling you like, man, I'm proud of you, like I do, which I am. I'm proud of you. Anybody that invests in themselves, you should pat yourself on the back each and every day. Because just imagine a year from now, all the stuff you've been learning, you've been testing it out, and while everybody else been watching the game and Netflix, shit, you've been, building neuroplasticity, you've been building new brain cells. Your brain is, it's really functioning. You got the wheels turning, and shit, you damn near a scientist right now, right? Right? So, but all jokes aside, when it comes to challenge, there's some people going out here that's going to really test you, because they're going to see your light. Your aura is going to be beaming. Okay. So please discern wisely. All right. So a couple questions you need to keep in mind. along your path when it comes to challenge, right? Can it hinder my spiritual growth? Will it corrupt my heart? Can it harm my body? Can it harm my influence? Could it harm others? Is it authorized? All right, leading on in. Everything we hear is an opinion, right? Not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Again, everything is from other people's point of view. And when we hear history, we hear history from the perspective of the author, right? It's not a fact. It's just from their perspective. That's why history can be taken from different angles. So that's why they had to monopolize, or manipulate the history so we can only be stuck in one point of view. I hope that makes sense, right? So leading on in, guys, this person here, they were pretty much, predicting the future. They knew that, hey, the latter day work, which is today, it's all about spirit, real spiritual. You really got to tap into the spiritual essence of things. It takes spirituality to comprehend it, to love it, to discern it. Therefore, seek the spirit in all you do. Keep it with you continually. This is our challenge. Okay? And that's real simple and straightforward, because like, hey, I am here to do great things. I am the change agent. I'm here. I know I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes, but it's gonna give me the experience that I need. You trusting that everything that's coming, that's coming up in your life, everything is to test you, to help you grow. All right, and that way you can really teach your ups and downs. Okay, and instead of just teaching from a book. Okay, so you have book teachers and you have people that are teaching from experience. I hope that makes sense. So as above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. Leading on in, we have the truth still with us, but it's not found in the books to any given extent. It has been passed along from lips to ear like we're doing right now. When it was written down at all, its meaning was veiled in terms of alchemy and astrology, right? So only those that possess the key could read it, all right? That's from the three initiatives of Kabbalion. So I'm here to help you remember, to remind you of your own greatness, to unlock the universe within you, because you are your own universe. So everything has polarity, right? Good side, not so good side. Some things we can work on, some things we're doing great, but we can still work on ourselves each and every day. It's all about elevation, right? So when it comes to the spiritual law, a challenge is basically for our own protection. All right, why is that? This is also where discernment and responsibility come into play. We are not to accept all that we see, hear, or believe. I repeat, while we here on Earth School having this experience, right, we are not to accept all that we see, hear, or believe. Our aim is to really discern. Okay, so if you need to really, go back to the presentation we did on discernment and responsibility to really tie things together, do that. Okay, but our aim is to really discern what is right for us. Okay, what is right for you, and challenge what we feel is not right for us, right? Number 2, we have the right to ask another his or her intent, identity, whatever pertinent information we feel we require when encountering, someone or something new. All right, so don't take things at face value, so to speak. Again, all people are liars until proven otherwise. So investigate the person. People love to oversell themselves. That's just nature, right? They want to look good, impress people, and so a lot of people are absorbed by overselling themselves, embellishing themselves, putting a little garnish on it, right, to make it look extra good. But at the core, you're not that, you really don't, you're not operating out of your heart chakra, if that makes sense. Okay, so again, you really do have the right to ask another about their intent, their identity, any pertinent information we feel we require when encountering someone or something new. Okay, number 3, you are here on Earth on a spiritual quest. Okay, this plane of duality, there is darkness and light, negative and positive, right? These polarities. So for everything in the light, there's also a counterpart in the dark. All right, so you got, again, there are some people on angel time, some people on demon time. Some people are here to lift you up, to remind you of your greatness. Some people are to distract you and tell you to believe in things outside of yourself, okay, instead of believing in yourself, right? right? So now you'll be able to discern between the people that been lying to you all the time, or that taught you some false belief, and now you know, like, oh man, these people never really researched what they believe in. And now you can really discern like who's really been reading their Bible or whatever religious belief they believe in, right? And then you can really see what level of consciousness they're on. I hope that makes sense. I wanted to really bring it down. Okay, so again, discern. There are people are on angel time and people on demon time. All right, trust your eye. Okay. Number 4, now your task is discern between good and bad. Challenge if in doubt, and make your light so strong that darkness cannot affect you. How do you do that? Right, raise your energy, frequency, and vibration. Okay, vibrate, focus on thyself. The more you learn about yourself, leaving no stone unturned, you're gonna, especially everything, your main intent is to do it from the heart for the greater good. Okay, you are a reflection of the universe, manifested in human form as you. So you're here to do great things, so your deeds is a form of worship, in other words. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So again, your task is to discern between good and bad, challenge if in doubt, and make your light so strong that darkness cannot affect you. As we close, usually your own power of discernment will tell you if something or someone is good or bad. You'll get that sour feeling in your gut, kind of ball up a little bit like you ate something bad. And a lot of times that's your body way, your body way of letting you know, like, hey, you may need to step away from the situation, or you may need to do a little bit more research. This person isn't being quite transparent, if that makes sense. So, all I'm saying is, if in doubt, challenge always. Okay, and as we close with number 5, challenges are what make life very interesting, so overcoming them is what make life meaningful. Joshua J. Marine. So also be sure to read the 48 Laws of Power PDF. You can Google this, but I will include a link in the description area. In every presentation, I'm always including some goodies in the description area, so be sure to click to check that out. Okay, but this concludes the third set of the spiritual laws, right? The laws of higher awareness, and this has been the law of challenge. So be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate you, right? And as always, our purpose and mission require learn a whole bunch of life lessons to gain that experience and knowledge for our souls grow. So it's never too late to rewrite your story. Remember, the past, present, and future is happening right now. So if you want to rewrite, change your future, change your process, your routine right now. If you want to rewrite your past, change the things that you're doing right now. And that way you won't be the same person that you were yesterday. And then you want to control your future. It's all about the seeds that you planted today. So what are you doing today? Write these new ideas down and then research around them and take action. Little small baby step. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Okay? Mistakes is part of the process to make you strong and wise and better than you were, but the day before. Okay, I love you guys. Take care of yourself. As you learn more about yourself. Again, your spiritual team, the universe, gonna line all kind of synchronicities, the sync with the numbers, the sounds, signs and symbols. Okay, nature, everything's gonna tag team you just to make sure you get a message. You get the message, but you have to be open to receive. All right, and the universe been wanting to help you ever since you stepped foot on this plane. But now that everything is changing, and it's like that everything is made up, and there's a better way. And so now that you really want to operate from your heart chakra, you can see the universe for what it is, right? And that way you can really navigate through through your life path with least resistance, especially using these 7 hermetic principles. Okay, these are your top tools right here. Okay, I promise you, and really trusting your intuition. All right, but again, this is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. We will be back with our 4th and final set of the universal spiritual laws. All right, with the laws of higher frequency, starting off with the law of frequency or vibration. Okay, again, this is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. Until next time, stay grateful and focused, fam. Peace.